Here we go. We're recording. Hello. Welcome to Storytime. I am Ms. Megan, and it's time for some giant Storytime fun. Noah, what do you think today's theme is? I think I told you yesterday.
Giants.
It's giants. We're going to talk about a very famous giant that appears in a famous story called Jack and the Beanstalk. And I'm not going to tell this story with a book. How am I going to tell the story, Noah? I told you yesterday.
Hand puppets.
Hand puppets. Well, not hand. They're like stick puppets. They look like this. But it's going to be really fun. But we have to do something before I can start the stories.
Shake our sillies out.
We have to shake our sillies out. Okay. 1, 2, 2.5, 3. We gotta shake our sillies out. Shake our sillies out. Shake our sillies out. Wiggle or waggles away. We gotta clap our crazies out. Clap our crazies out. Clap our crazies out. Wiggle or waggles away. We gotta jump our jiggles out. Jump our jiggles out. Jump our jiggles out. Wiggle or waggles away. Gotta yawn. Yawn our sleepies out.
No, you're done.
Yawn our sleepies out. Yawn our sleepies out. Wiggle or waggles away. We gotta shake our sillies out. Shake our sillies out. Shake our sillies out. Wiggle or waggles away. Hey! Great job! Okay. Now really quick, for parents today, our early literacy tip is letter knowledge. What do you think letter knowledge means?
I don't know.
Letter knowledge. Julia, what's the difference between never mind. Okay, letter knowledge is understanding that letters look different from each other. So A looks different from B, right? And the same letter can look different based on whether it's big or little. So a big A looks like this, and a little a looks like that. So alphabet books are especially helpful to helping little kids understand the alphabet. Yeah, let's get into our first story. All right, this is gonna be really fun. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, here we go. The story takes place long ago in a faraway land. Okay? Once upon a time, there was a poor woman and her son, Jack. They lived in a tiny house, and they had a cow named Milky White. And they could only buy food with the money that they got for selling their cow's milk at the market. But one morning, Milky White didn't give them any milk. What does that mean? If they don't have any milk, then they can't sell any milk for money, right? How are they gonna eat food? We have to sell Milky White, says Jack's mother. Okay, says Jack. So Jack takes Milky White and he's walking to the market. And while he's on his way to the market, he's on the road now, he comes across a strange old man. Good morning, Jack, says the strange old man. Where are you going? I'm going to the market to sell my cow. Oh, that's great, says the strange old man. I happen to be looking to buy a cow. I'll give you 5 special beans in exchange for that cow. What? Says Jack. I won't sell my cow for 5 beans. That's ridiculous. Ah, says the old man, but these are magic beans. They'll grow into the biggest, tallest bean plants you've ever seen. Guaranteed, or your cow back. Really, Jack says, that's amazing. I'll take your deal. And so they switch, and Jack takes the beans, and the old man takes the cow, and he walks away, and then Jack goes home with his magic beans. What do you think his mother will say? Think his mom will be happy?
No.
Okay. Mother, I've sold the cow, and I got 5 magic beans. You plant them overnight, and what? You sold our cow for 5 beans? I can't believe you sold our cow for 5 beans. Now we have no money to buy food. Here's what I think of your silly beans. And she takes the beans, and she throws them out the window. Bye-bye, beans. Jack, you have to go to dinner. You have to go to bed without any dinner because you're in trouble.
Wait.
Here he goes. He's going to bed, and he's very hungry because he hasn't had any food. Are you raising your hand for a question, Noah? What's your question?
Well, it wasn't really a good idea to sell the cow in the first place because after that, how are they going to make money?
Well, if the cow doesn't have any milk, then they can't get money anyway. So the only way is to maybe sell the cow and maybe use the money to buy a shop or something. So here's Jack sleeping. He's gone to bed without any dinner. I'm so hungry. And when he wakes up in the morning and he looks out the window, something amazing had happened. When he woke up, the beans his mother had thrown out of the window had sprung up into a giant beanstalk, which reached up into the sky. What do you think Jack's gonna do?
Climb up it.
He's gonna climb the beanstalk. Okay, here he goes. He's climbing up the beanstalk until he reached the very top. And up he found a great big castle, and he snuck inside. He's sneaking around and he found a giant kitchen with giant furniture. I think a giant probably lives there, right? Oh, he better watch out. He better not encounter a giant. Do you think he's gonna see the giant?
Probably.
Careful. He snuck around and he's sneaking around, and then thump, thump, thump. The whole place shook with the sound of someone coming. It was a big, mean giant. Rah, fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be he alive or be he dead, I'll have his bones to grind my bread. That doesn't sound very nice. And so the giant sat down on the table. And on the table was a bag of gold. The giant sat down to count the bag of gold, and he goes, 1, 2, 3, 4. And he fell asleep. So, quietly, Jack crept out on tiptoe, and he took the bag of gold, and he ran outside, and he climbed down the beanstalk, and then he ran to his mother, and he said, Mother, look, I found a bag of gold. And she says, great. So now they have some money to buy food with. Okay. So the gold from the giant's bag of money was enough for Jack and his mother to buy food for a while. But they soon ran out of money again. No more money.
They should have bought a cow.
Yeah, you're right. They should have bought a new cow. But they didn't.
Or maybe 2.
All right. So Jack tried the beanstalk one more time to see what he could find. So Jack climbs up the beanstalk, and then he comes to the giant castle, and he sneaks inside and finds all the giant furniture just like before, and he's sneaking around to see if he can find some more bags of gold when suddenly, thump, thump, thump. The whole place shook with the sound of someone coming. Jack quickly and quietly hid behind some furniture, and he saw the great big giant. Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be he alive or be he dead, I'll have his bones to grind my bread. And on the table with the giant sat a golden-colored hen. The giant sat down and he yelled, lay! And then the hen laid an egg of solid gold. What? And then the giant fell asleep. You think Jack's gonna take the golden hen?
Yeah. Yep.
He's gonna steal the hen. Okay, so quietly, Jack crept out from his hiding spot, and he went and he snatched the golden hen, and he ran outside, and he climbed down the beanstalk, and he went to his mother, and he said, Mother, look, I found a golden hen. Whenever we yell lay, it will lay a golden egg. That's wonderful, said his mother. Now all their problems are solved, right? Because they can get a gold egg whenever they want. Okay.
Unless the hen dies.
Well, yep. So here's what happens. Where am I? Okay. The hen that laid solid gold eggs gave Jack and his mother 1 gold egg to buy food with. But the hen was very stubborn, and she only laid eggs when they fed her fancy, expensive steak. So they can't get the gold eggs unless they feed the hen expensive steak. Well, that's not very good. They still need money to feed the hen. Okay, so Jack's gonna try the beanstalk one more time. So Jack goes outside, starts to climb the beanstalk. This is the last time, he says. He climbs up, climbs up the beanstalk until he reaches the castle. He sneaks inside and he hides because thump, thump, thump. The whole place shook with the sound of someone coming. It was the giant again. Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be he alive or be he dead, I have stones to grind my bread. And then he yelled at the harp, strum. Bloom, bloom, bloom. And the golden harp strummed the strings all by itself. And it played the most beautiful song that Jack had ever heard. But the music put the giant to sleep. So Jack crept out on tiptoe, very quietly, stole the harp, and then he started to run outside, but suddenly the giant woke up. Ah! Why are you taking my harp? Jack, and he's running, and Jack runs down the beanstalk, and he climbs down, and the giant starts to chase him and climb down the beanstalk. Ah! Quick, says Jack, grab an axe, Jack, grab an axe. And he's gonna cut down the beanstalk while the giant's coming down. Chop! Oh no, you took my harp! Chop! You took my harp! Chop! Ah! And the beanstalk topples over and the giant falls dead on the ground, and the giant has been defeated. So, after that, Jack brought the golden hen and the harp to his mother, and they traveled around with their golden hen and their golden harp, and people paid them lots of money to hear the magic golden harp, so they always had plenty of money to feed the magic hen and themselves, and they all lived happily ever after. Yay!
That was long.
Was it? I didn't notice. I was having so much fun. Oh my gosh, guys. That was such a cool story. Do you know that if you come to the library, you can come get a craft and make your own puppets, just like mine?
What?
All right, guys. Great work. What do you think about the story?
I think it was good.
I think it was
very
good.
great.
Do you think that you would climb a beanstalk to see what was up there, even if you knew there was a giant?
Probably not.
I think I would be scared. Jack climbs the beanstalk and he says, I know there's a giant up there, but I hope that I can get some gold to eat some food. And honestly, that's pretty great. All right. Now we're going to sing a song based on Jack and the Beanstalk. We're going to pretend like we're climbing a beanstalk. Okay, here it goes. Climb, climb, climb the beans, climb the beans, climb the beans, up we go, I'm climbing, come and see. Let's keep going. Climb, climb, climb the beans with me. Up we go, the beanstalk grows, climbing, come and see. You think that's what Jack sings when he's climbing up the beanstalk?
Mm-hmm.
Climb, climb the beans with me. Up we go, the beanstalk grows, I'm climbing, come and see. Okay, now we're gonna practice drawing the letter C with our fingers. So this is for little kids who don't know the alphabet yet. Can you show Amelia how to draw a C on your finger?
Yeah.
C is for climbing. C, C, C. That's it. It's that simple, folks. All right. All right. Now we have one more story. It is called The Princess and the Giant. What do you think happened in this story based on the cover?
Looks like a beanstalk.
It looks like a beanstalk. There's a beanstalk in this story, just like in Jack and the Beanstalk. And there's a giant too. So let's see what happens. All right, here we go. Okay. Can we see?
Yeah.
Can we see the cover? Okay. A little princess lived inside a little tiny house. Her servant was a tabby cat. Her butler was a mouse. Her father made the porridge and her mother chopped the wood, while Princess Sophie rode her bike, as every princess should. In the yard behind the shed, a magic beanstalk grew. A giant lived right at the top, as giants often do. So she has a beanstalk in her backyard. At night, the giant's stomping made the people sob and shake. That selfish giant, Sophie cried, he's keeping me awake. The princess asked her parents, why are giants mean and bad? Always have been, said her mother. Always will be, said her dad. He found the book of fairy tales they kept high on a shelf. It says so here in black and white. Look, read it for yourself. So Sophie read a story set in murky days of old, when Jack climbed up a beanstalk and discovered piles of gold. A giant roared, get off my stuff, I'll grind your bones for bread. I'll fee, fi, fo, and thumb, and then I'll bop you on the head. That's the Jack and the Beanstalk story that we just read about. That night, poor Sophie tossed and turned. Our giant is such a pest. If he would only go to sleep, we might all get some rest. She read about a witch who made a house from gingerbread. It made her tumble rumble, and a plan formed in her head. See what she'll do. Sophie pulled her jacket on and laced her boots up tight. She loaded up her backpack and then set it out into the night. She clambered up the beanstalk, but brave Sophie didn't stop till she reached the giant's castle, which was balanced on the top. Okay, I'm gonna do that. Okay. Suddenly, the giant roared, who's creeping round outside? A nasty little robber. Well, you'd better run and hide. She'd cooked some lovely porridge in her father's porridge pot. This should help you get to sleep. It's creamy, sweet, and hot. The giant growled, this supper wouldn't even feed a fly. But he ate the porridge anyway, then slammed the door. Goodbye. He seems a little grumpy, but he doesn't seem like he's gonna eat her, right? You think that helped him go to sleep? The giant didn't sleep at all and soon was in a rage. The queen cried, send the army now and lock him in a cage. Sophie looked up from her book. She'd tried her very best. There's nothing more that I can do, the princess said, unless... Sophie grabbed her backpack and she scrambled through the door. I can't imagine why I never thought of this before. She raced back up the beanstalk. Brave Sophie didn't stop till she reached the giant's castle, which was balanced on the top. She's gonna try one more time to make the giant go to sleep. Stop that racket, Sophie yelled, and get back into bed. The giant was so stunned and shocked, he did as Sophie said. The troops swarmed up the beanstalk. They were ready for a fight. Then they heard a sweet and gentle voice that drifted through the night. This has to work, Sophie thought, as she tucked his teddies in. Then she pulled the softest blanket up around the giant's chin. Are you feeling comfortable? They heard the young voice say. The soldiers stopped to listen, and they put their swords away. In the castle, Sophie smiled. Oh, how could I forget? You haven't had a story. It's no wonder you're upset. She pulled the book out from her bag and read a bedtime story. The giant and the soldiers were soon fast asleep and snoring. I think I've done it, Sophie cried. Our problems are no more.
Oh.
Poor old giant couldn't sleep. Now listen to him snore. He's eaten up his supper and he's had some bears to hug. I've read a lovely story. Now he's happy, warm, and snug. To celebrate the happy news, the king announced a feast. They danced and partied all night long till 10 o'clock at least. But as the people wandered home with party bags and cake, there came a dreadful thump, thump, thump that made the whole world shake.
The
giant's coming, screamed a boy. Quick, everybody hide. He's going to make a giant pie and bake us all inside. 3, 5, 4, the giant roared. The king and queen turned pale. Bring me Princess Sophie now. Oh my gosh, do you think he's gonna eat Sophie? That doesn't sound right. I want a fairy tale. The people stopped their panicking. They gasped in disbelief. Another story, Sophie asked. Well, that's a big relief. But why not read one by yourself, she asked her giant friend. Just start at the beginning and keep going until the end. Oh, don't be silly, Sophie, said the giant with a giggle. My books aren't filled with stories. They're just full of tiny squiggles. Those aren't squiggles, Sophie said. They're words. We call it writing. This writing tells us stories that are funny and exciting. Sophie took the giant's hand. I'll teach you how to read, but first I need the army's help. There's something that I need. She sent the giant home to bed, then rubbed her sleepy eyes. The next time that we meet, she yawned, you'll have a big surprise. She can't teach him how to read until he gets a big giant book. The soldiers made a storybook. The words were big and bold. Inside, they wrote the most amazing stories ever told. Then Sophie taught her friend to read by walking on the line. And the giant read his giant book, one story at a time. From that day forward, Sophie saw the giant every day. Sometimes they took turns to read, and sometimes they'd just play. The town was filled with joyful song and happy children's laughter. And the princess and the giant both lived happily ever after. The end.
Another good one.
All right, guys. Let's see. We have a couple of rhymes, and then we'll do our goodbye song. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
All right. Do we know
Let's
Jack
get
and
to it.
Jill? Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Do we know this one?
Yes.
Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack, whoa. Did I mess it up? Jack fell down and broke his crown. Like my crown? Jack fell down and broke his crown. And Jill came tumbling after. Can you say it with me? Let's go. Okay. Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown. And Jill came tumbling after. Great job. This one's really easy, okay?
Ow.
3, 5, 4, 5. See my fingers. See my thumb. 3, 5, 4, 5. Goodbye, fingers. Goodbye, thumb. You want to try one more time? Okay.
Yeah.
3, 5, 4, 5. See my fingers. See my thumb. And then 3, 5, 4, 5. Goodbye, fingers. Goodbye, thumb.
Yeah.
All right, guys. It's almost time for our goodbye song. 2 closing announcements. Your summer reading is live. Have you 2 registered for summer reading yet?
Not yet.
You better do it. You have to. Because otherwise, how will you log your minutes and start earning minutes towards your prize? It's going to be great.
What do you mean?
All the practice.
What do I mean? You register for summer reading. You log your minutes. Say, I read for 15 minutes today. And then it counts towards your reading goal. And when you meet your reading goal, you get a prize from the library. It's amazing. So
I've
make
been
sure you register for
reading
that.
each night.
Well, you gotta log your minutes then, Julia. You gotta register for summer reading. Okay.
Last night I did it for like
Well,
7 minutes or 8.
great job, Julia. I'm really proud of you. Okay. And the other thing is you got to come to our youth services desk here at the library to pick up a craft. So as I mentioned before, you can come get a craft and make little stick puppets just like mine. And I still have crown crafts, so you can come get a crown craft too. And that's it. So it's time for our goodbye song.
Yay!
All right. 1, 2, 2 and a half, 2 3/4.
Here she is.
Goodbye, see you next time, everyone. Goodbye, see you next time, everyone. Goodbye to you, goodbye to you, goodbye to you, goodbye to me. Goodbye, see you next time, everyone.
Really quick.
Goodbye, see you next time, everyone. Goodbye, see you next time, everyone. Goodbye to you, goodbye to you, goodbye to you, goodbye to me. Goodbye, see you next time, everyone. Now sing really loud. Goodbye, see you next time, everyone. Goodbye, see you next time, everyone. Goodbye to you, goodbye to you, goodbye to you, goodbye to me. Goodbye, see you next time, everyone. Goodbye.
Where's my mac and cheese and where's our